So I had a sleep study and I had it done for when I have jaw surgery. I'm having jaw surgery in a few weeks, and they needed to make sure that for my jaw surgery I don't have sleep apnea, because it will change how they do the surgery based on whether I did or not. And I got the results, and I do not have sleep apnea or any other type of sleep disorder, so that's good. I'm going to kind of tell you about the experience, and then I'll talk about the kinds of things that I recommend taking with you for the sleep study. So I arrived there in my pajamas. I personally went in my pajamas. I knew I was going to go to sleep and then come home, and I could change and do whatever I needed to do for the day. So for me, that took out one step. If you're coming from work or something like that, you can wear your normal clothes. They will give you time to change, and then you can change back in the morning to go about your normal day if you work or whatever that situation is. I didn't have to work the next day, so I just chose to go home after work. You have to wear a two-piece pajama. For the people who work there, you can't sleep in your underwear or anything like that. So if you're the kind of person who sleeps in their underwear, you might want to practice sleeping in something other than that for a little while so that you're used to it, so when you go it's not like a culture shock. You are going to be hooked up to wires, so that's how they measure your brain waves and your sleep activity. So they hook them all over your head is the main area. They hooked them on your forehead, up here, in the back, on your chin, on your neck, your chest, and on your legs. So you're wired up pretty well. And then I got there at 8 o'clock, like I believe I said, and the latest they can put you to bed is 10:30. And they want you to sleep ideally for 6 to 7 hours. So keep that in mind. If you're someone who takes a while to fall asleep, you might want to try and lay down before 10:30, but that's up to you how early or late you want to go to sleep. There's also a camera. You're on camera the whole time you're there, so they can monitor like what you do while you're. That is also kind of weird. It felt like I'm being on Big Brother. And you're also there's like a intercom system. So if you just talk out while you're in bed, they can hear you if you need anything. Like if you have to get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, you can just say, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, and they'll come and unhook your wires so you can get up and go to the bathroom. They can tell you're sleeping. So every time I woke up in the middle of the night, they could tell by my brain waves. And if some wire was off or something, as soon as I'd wake up, I'd lay there for a few minutes and they would come in and fix whatever they needed. And so that was like good because they didn't wake you up, but kind of annoying because they turned on the lights and you're like trying to go back to sleep, and then they turn on everything and you're awake. Around 6 to 6:30 is when they send you home. I actually, because I woke up at 3:30 in the morning and couldn't go back to sleep, they just asked me around 5:30 if I just wanted to be done with it, because the extra half hour wasn't going to make a difference on my study. I recommend taking with you to your sleep study, and the things that I took with me was just my hairbrush, my toothbrush, I took food, and I took a book and my Serenity essential oil, so if I had trouble sleeping that I could use that. And actually I ended up using it right away just like to help encourage sleep, which I actually was able to fall asleep right away, even with all the wires all over my head and everything. And they also give you, it's not oxygen, but it looks like a nasal cannula in your nose. It's what oxygen goes through. And they put 2 of those in your nose, and I thought that would cause issues while I was sleeping, and really it didn't bother me that much at all. Brush, toothbrush, food, book, and my essential oils. They do have a TV for you there to watch if you don't want to take a book. I would suggest maybe taking your toiletries like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, shaving materials, makeup, anything like that. If you are going to have to get up in the morning and get ready to like go back to work or something like that. As I said before, I didn't have to go back to work, so that wasn't really an issue for me. But those are things you would need. You'd also need a change of clothes for work or whatever you're going to go do right away. And besides that, I mean, they did have shampoo and things there. I would say if you're not going to take a shower when you're there, before you leave, they have paste that they use on those probes that they put on your head and on your body. But in your hair, it kind of matted. And I would recommend washing it out as well as you can before you go home. That's what I did, and it made it a lot easier. If you wait, it could harden, and then you might be ripping out your hair while you're taking it out. So all I did was I took warm water and the shampoo that they provided, and I just like rubbed. They had it up here and behind my ears, and you'll find spots that you didn't even know it was in. You just have to kind of rub it out, and I kind of had to pull like this, pull the pieces out. But yeah, if you don't do that before you leave, it might be a mess. So in the morning, I got up and got dressed, got that stuff out of my hair, and they had coffee for me. If you wanted it before you leave, I decided I didn't need any, and I drove home. And it was really easy. So if you have to have this done, don't be worried. It's pretty simple. The only thing that might cause you an issue is if you have trouble sleeping out of your own bed in clothing that, or in clothing at all, or if you have trouble sleeping in a strange area. Those are the only things that I think would be difficult. But besides that, it's really not that bad. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of my jaw surgery journey, please subscribe below. And I hope to see you at my next video. Bye!